started out just fine when he had to pin his ears.
Well, sometimes the neighbors just have to hear how wrong they are. That's why humans invented the internet. Yeah, anytime he's a little bit hot and tired, he's going to show up. You want me to go get the bell? No, that's okay. I mean, it's still going to be there.
And our baby shoulder in, right?
Yep. So remember to keep the angle through his entire body and the shoulder in. So limiting how much he can bend his neck so that his shoulders have to wrap around your inside leg.
But a tiny little baby one, right?
Yep. A little bit of bend, not an overbend. His tendency is always going to be to give you more bend in the neck than he gets through the ribs. So in the shoulder in, you want the same amount of bend through the neck as the ribs. So the tendency for people is to override the neck and underride the ribs because it's easier. There you go. So most of the time we want to think about straightening the neck a little bit because he tends to throw that neck in and toss the shoulder out. There you go. Little outside half halt. Really wrapping his outside shoulder around your leg. That one was a little bit rigid. Good Lord. The goat has a scream on it. There you go, asking him to roll his neck down a little bit. There you go, right there. Good, good, good. So even if he can't hold it the whole time, we're always asking for him to roll that neck. Very nice. I like these small circles. Keep that outside rein so his outside shoulder is pointing to where his nose is pointing. All right, you want to imagine the outside toe and the nose is pointing in the same direction. When you go back and watch the video, you'll see especially on these circles, the shoulder is pointing to the outside and the nose is pointing to the inside. So it's getting the body to travel in the same direction. So you want that front toe pointing to the inside. And that's getting him to bend through his rib cage and wrap his shoulders to the inside. Easier said than done.
Yeah.
Yeah, always. Everything about this
Easier
is.
for you.
Yeah. See, I'm really good at saying it.
I've been thinking he needs another ride with you on board.
Well, I'll be here Wednesday morning, tomorrow morning, at 10. So, if you want before that, I'm here. You're wrapping that shoulder around. There you go. And then when you're ready, change directions. There you go. So already wrapping him around your inside leg. Keep bothering him on that inside bit ring, holding the outside rein steady. Be careful we don't get these loops in our reins, right? We want to have a constant pressure there. It doesn't have to be heavy, but it has to be enough to keep the reins taut, right? Because otherwise we're having pressure, nothing, pressure, nothing, pressure, nothing. Most horses find that very uncomfortable. But it's usually us people pretending like our horses are very light by giving to the horse. Now, that being said, if he's really leaning on you, I throw my reins away and tell him to stand up. But he doesn't look like he's really leaning on you right now. This is one of those not always true. Actually, everything is not always true with these horses. It's always going to be one that proves me wrong. All right, that one was a little bit looky.
Now he's got to see what that cow's doing.
Because that's weird.
No matter how much pulling I do.
Yeah, so if he gets fixated on something, yeah, just throw those 10-meter circles in halfway up your long side. All right, it's always better to do extra circles than just stay stiff. All right, that's nice. It's breaking his patterns is what we're trying to do. So when you watch the video to this direction, his outside shoulder wraps around a little better. So it looks like he's pointing to where he's going. Just so that you guys can see see the difference on the video. I'm pointing it out. There you go. Little bit steadier outside rein. Be careful that it doesn't go lax. Right? You want to always have that outside rein, so that outside rein connects him to his back end. Right? That's what makes all of this lateral work possible. Somebody just got in trouble. Don't worry, Tara, it wasn't you. Those horses bouncing off that round pen. Yeah, there was a time that would have completely unhinged him, but look, we can come back to work like a normal horse. There you go. So when he looks out, be careful that you don't look too. Don't validate his feelings. There you go. Circle to drop that neck. Ask him, there you go, to really stretch. And then just a little bit more push with your outside leg to see if he'll take a slightly longer stride. So I like this, but I get the feeling that he's a little sucked back into his own body. There you go, right there. I want him to have to stretch all these muscles and take a longer step. So it's almost like a baby lengthening. Right, but we want to do that within the shoulder in. Because I hate you guys, that's why. Now, it's because it's going to make him really step across with his hind legs and make these hind legs more even. He's a little bit flat today. Circle again. Good, because you didn't get him round, so we want to throw those circles in until he's round and soft. All right, it's kind of like his hard reset button. All right, turning him off and turning him back on.
We haven't been in this arena in a few weeks. So.
Yeah. This one's a lot busier, right? And it's a little bit smaller, so everything feels slightly more claustrophobic. I mean, there's plenty of room to do what we're doing. However, it is tighter. There you go. All right, so now when you're ready, we're going to change between shoulder in and haunches in. So halfway on every long side, we're going to do a 10-meter circle, transfer from shoulder in to haunches in, okay? So we start in the shoulder in, 10-meter circle, develop your haunches in. So the haunches in should be the same as your last step of 10-meter circle, same positioning. Good, shoulder in. Keep that outside rein. So even when he comes up, be careful we don't get that loop.
I gotta try that again.
Yeah, that's okay. Positioning to the inside. His tendency is always going to be to throw the shoulders into your inside hand and then chunk the haunches in.
You see him throw himself inside, right?
Yes. Yes, I do. And so when he throws himself inside, these circles are the answer, right? Because our tendency as humans is going to be to try to hold him up. And it's never going to work because he's so much bigger than us. So open that inside rein off of his neck, so that you're taking it away from him. So open your hand in, almost like you're lunging him off of this inside rein. There you go. Bring your hand out towards your knee. As your outside rein maintains contact. Because now he's counterbending. So he has to look in. There you go. There you go. Good. 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 That's better. And then straight. So it's maintaining contact with the outside and bugging him on the inside while keeping the rein off of his neck so that he doesn't have anything to lean on or lean through. Because that's a very practiced maneuver that he's got. That's it, just wait him out. Think a little leg yield out, pushing his haunches out like I'm pulling his tail onto a bigger and bigger circle as you bring his nose onto a smaller and smaller circle. There you go, good. Can you feel how that bend through his neck starts to break the cycle? in that he's not able to lean on that hand. That's nice then. Good. Good. Watch that inside rein doesn't go in to hold him up. I know, easier said than done, always. But we're breaking the cycle by creating new habits and new boundaries. We haven't had to break this cycle in a while. He's been very good. But when he regresses, we have to go back. Yeah, when we have regrets, we go back to our baby horse training. We're like, get off this hand. I'm going to take it away from you like I'm lunging you. I know, I have some 3-year-olds right now who I ride like this. Like, get off my hand, you little weirdo. One of them, if I let him, will just like lay into me.
Well, he's doing that right now.
Well, part of it is because he's tired. Part of it is because everybody's running in. There's a lot more to look at. And we know that historically this arena has been busier for him, right? A little bit harder for him to keep his focus. Yes, good job right there. So don't forget to praise him when he gives you the right answer, because we know it's hard for him. Good, and then when you're ready, let's change direction. That's it, good. Oh, I like that. Yeah. So it's sometimes just riding them out until they find the correct answer on their own. Remember to look ahead through your turn. Be careful your body's not angled to the outside. So almost like you're looking in towards the center of the circle. You're looking out. Look in.
I'm looking right at him.
You should look in, though. He's looking out. There you go. You want to show him the right direction, so that's overriding a little bit by bringing your inside shoulder back. That really pushes our inside hip down to make him give his rib cage to us, because that's where he wants to lay into us. There. See, and then this side, just so much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. His left eye is difficult today. There you go, and then that haunch is in, keeping that left rein off of his neck. That's it. And if he wants to speed up, that's okay, right?
He's running through it, but eventually he figures it out.
He's running through it, but he's doing so in a less rude way than he was the other way, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because he's at least staying on the line of travel. So in the scheme of training today, that's an improvement. And so it's teaching our body, too, that, okay, we can accept him being tense in a forward way, but we're not going to accept him being tense in a sideways way. There you go. Yeah, and we can always do circles to help him regroup, because he's doing fabulous on the circle, right? He's very comfortable there. And to this direction, when you watch your video, your body does a better job of tracking on the circle, right? Your left shoulder likes to come back, which is good to the left, less good to the right.
Will that leg ever be normal?
I can't say. I wouldn't say that either, because he has days that are really good. But when things are inconsistent, when things are wet, when he's stamping at flies, then you're always going to see a little bit of this, right? There you go. Good. And then transitioning to that punch is in. That's it. So now your right leg comes back to bring the haunches off the rail. I like the softness in the front half of the horse, though. So I'd like to see your right leg push the haunches just a little bit more in. And he's struggling a little bit today on that hind leg, but that's okay. We're asking him to stretch everything out.
Yeah, every time I push it in, he thinks I want him to go faster.
Well,
Or that's how he's getting away from it.
yeah, that's his evasion. But we'll accept that for today, right? Because he is a little bit edgier than normal. Well, than our current normal. There you go, good, good, I like that. The trot didn't get too wild. how pleasant that circle is. So one more, and then we're going to change direction again to the difficult way. Smells like someone's burning trash somewhere. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Good, good. Watch that your left hand stays off his neck. Keeping him looking slightly left. And then when you're ready, let's change rein. I know, the cow's being a giraffe. There you go. All right, so we're going to come to a circle around the camera here in the middle. So I stand in front of it. We're going to ask him to stretch down and in around the camera. Oh, good. I'm tickling him down again. So we want him to develop a steady stretch, not a snatch. Right? 'Cause he likes to cheat a little bit, and he's like, look how low my head is, I'm done. And they all do it. All right, there you go. There you go. Building that consistency. Yeah, so he can come all the way down. Asking him to stay down there. Good. And when you get a good half circle of him stretching, stretching down honestly, not popping up and down, then you can ask for the walk transition.
What if that's not till like tomorrow afternoon?
Then we're going to be out here for a long time. There you go. There you go. But it's a careful balance of keeping your contact. There you go. While at the same time encouraging the stretch. That was nice. There you go. There you go. Good boy. Oh, that's so nice. So nice. So nice. There you go. Good. Big pet. Good. So that last circle, actually almost a circle and a half, even when he came up, did you feel how it wasn't quite as violent of a pop?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was doing a better job of staying connected. And I get it. That's how I touch my toes, right? Is to snap down real fast and not stay there. So we have to get him a little bit more supple so he's confident in staying down there, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, easier said than done.
He's actually pretty good at staying down there.
Well, good.
Then tonight, you know, because
well, we're a little distracted, a little tense.
There's just a lot going on.
Yep,
so.
the cows are talking and eating out of trees.
But you know what I always say is, you know, ride the best horse you got for that day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I say? I don't know if you ever heard that before.
Yep, ride the horse you have today.
Get the best that you can out of him and settle for that.
Yep. And he's doing pretty well.
I don't know if you heard this before, but our horses aren't perfect.
Yeah, I tell that to everybody. My sister doesn't believe it. She thinks her horse is perfect. But
her horse is pretty close.
Yeah, she thinks he's perfect, but I keep telling her he needs a better work ethic. Maybe a bath. Alright, so let's let him catch his breath for a minute before we canter. So what I like is even though he's quite distracted and there's kind of a lot going on and he kind of wants to look, he's not doing that spin and tight thing he used to do.
Yeah.
Right? And so it is progress in how we handle tension, but the tension is back. The other arena is a lot easier because there's not anything there, right? It's just a few horses that he sees every day. Not these cows with their big old horns.
Horse-eating cows.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of them. Turns out that happened. Okay. So when you're ready, we're going to do some walk, canter until we're settled, and then walk again. I cringed when I saw a whole week of mid-90s. Not emotionally ready for this.
I went running on Sunday. It was gorgeous.
Sunday was
Right
nice.
after the storm. Monday it was nice. Tuesday it was tepid. Today it was like an inferno.
Yeah, this morning was pretty pleasant. I gave a lot of lessons this morning. It was nice until the sun burned off the clouds.
Yeah, so
Then it was less nice.
I took an early lunch and I took off at 10 to go for a run. By 10:30 it was like smoking hot. Come on. I gotta get him to wake up a little bit.
Yep, get him a little bit more attentive. He was so busy looking at the cows that he didn't notice you were riding him. Good. He had it for a step.
Ouch. Cramp. Cramp. So
Okay.
cramps. Well, I
Walk
did
it out.
go running today, so. But I took
And
my,
it's hot. Like,
salt,
this-
I did take my salt tablets or my electrolyte tablets.
yep. But these first hot days, it doesn't matter how much we try to catch up. Gotta build that tolerance.
Worked your ass tonight.
The danger of having a spotted horse. There you go. So let's get a marching walk like he's got somewhere to be. All right, he's at, there you go. There you go. See, that was lovely.
Lovely.
Gotta bottle up that tension. Okay, regroup. What are we
We're
looking
not
at?
going to the gate yet, Voltaro. You got more work to do, buddy.
It's like I'm dying, guys. You're not actually dying, Caro. It's okay.
'Cause I'm going to side pass to the gate if I have to.
All right, so think that active walk. All right, channeling our inner kid that just got yelled at for running at the pool. There you go. We get that little bounce through his mane. And he's got enough energy. There you go. Nice long leg. Looking where you're going. There you go, to that inside. That's it. Let's do 2 or 3 circles. Asking him to, there you go, get a little softer through his neck. There you go, good. Good, keep asking him to look to the inside. So we're always encouraging the softness, even if we know it's a big ask. There you go, better. Do you feel how his neck is getting just a hair more flexible, right? He's getting a little less rigid. Good. And the downward was not too bad. Oh, poor Taro. It's like we beat him up. And he suffers so.
He wants to throw his head up because he knows what's coming next.
Yep, so if he wants to throw his head up because he knows what's coming next, we're going to get that active walk and then come back to a less active walk. So think big active walk to where you're almost ready to canter, and then think, okay, now I'm going to drop his neck down and have a more relaxed walk. So it's going between the 2 walks if he gets too anticipatey. Hard. And especially when he's got some tension. There you go. And let's ask his neck to come down, down, down. There you go. Think nice long leg underneath his ribs, asking his ribs to come up into your seat. There you go. Hugging it with your calf. Good. Right there. Very nice. And then when he's this little bit softer, then sink back down to the walk. Okay, make sure it's your idea. So let's do it again. Nice. See, that was quite prompt. So asking that neck, there you go, to get a little softer, looking to the inside, feel your inside seat bone, inside hip, steering the way. That'll outside half halt, so he's bringing the shoulders around. That was actually a lot rounder than the last one, which I appreciate. Okay, so now we're going to work on our walk for just a second. We're going to go from this walk where he's stretching down and a little bit tired to that quick marchy walk, and then back to this stretching down. So we're jazzing him up and then defusing him to give you a tool to use. There you go, and now stretch that neck down and think back to a calm, stretchy walk. If our neck comes down like we're going to graze. There you go. So we're going between this nice long-necked walk and that little prancy walk. But he has to maintain the walk rhythm, right? Because you're just showing him he can have different types of walks, right?
Yeah.
There's different walks that you're able to access, and he's not allowed to change his mind about, you know, this means canter. There you go. Dropping his neck. There you go. Very good. That was a nice change. And then we had a little bit calmer upward transition. Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Taro gave me a bunch of side eye right there.
That was part his idea, part mine.
Okay, so there was no one in charge of that ship. Ooh, that was lovely.
Nobody's idea.
That one looked like your idea.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
He
I
knew. I'm trying to do him at the fence.
Yep.
So I just did what I did.
Well, good. And that was quite nice. So now let's change direction. And we're going to do our big marching walk and then that long relaxed walk, just to get him a little bit more between the aids.
Sunday he was doing his departures on this side, which is his harder side.
Yep.
Doing them so good.
Well, good.
The whole front end was coming up off the ground. It was beautiful.
You guys were dry on Sunday?
Oh no, it wasn't Sunday, it was Thursday.
Okay. Let's say, wow, you guys dried off really quick. We were still soupy on Sunday. Good, so wrong detail, but I like the balance in that.
Yeah.
And it's going to be harder today because he's pretty stabby behind with his off leg. There you go. So think about that quick walk where he says, okay, I'm marching, I'm marching, I'm marching, I'm marching. He's a little bit slow-legged to pick up the canter. So it's a good walk if you're asking him to stretch down and be very deliberate. It's less good if we're going to go up to the canter. We need to get a little more energy into his walk to canter. But it's a nice walk. Very deliberate. Good. Good.
Yeah, but I didn't like the way it dove inside like that.
But he got the right lead, right?
That's true.
So, again, details. We got the right lead. He wasn't actually as naughty as he could be. And we know he's going to struggle a little bit today because his hind leg is a little sticky. That was quite nice. So that was a good starting point, and then we're going to make it better from there, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's just
We have to reframe these into successes.
true.
Otherwise, this whole riding thing gets very, very depressing.
Yeah, I'm just remembering the horse that was launching so well the other night, but I might
Well-
get one or two of them.
You're going to get them. And that's the annoying part, is we don't get to start on the horse we ended with last time. I wish we did. Then we'd all be Grand Prix. Instead, we have to unravel the horse we have today.
Hear that, Voltaro? You could be Grand Prix by now.
Yeah. If every day was just like constant success. There you go. There you go. Now we've got a good walk. March, 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 march. And keep his attention. I know he wants to look over at Zeusy. There's nothing over there for him. Nice. See, that one was better. Even if it's a little bit lurchy, good with your inside seat bump through that turn. There you go. Wait until he gives you a little bit of softness through the neck, and then you can do the downward. But we want to get the softness through the neck first, even if it's grudgingly given. Good, good, good. See, that was better. All right, let's do one more. See if we can finish on a splash. Make it good.
Yeah.
Because he is more focused now than he was to start. There you go, marching walk, marching. Yes, yes, there it is.
Want to get that head down just a slight bit.
Yep. Better. And then he didn't dive in so severely with the shoulder.
Yep.
He just doesn't trust those baby cows. Get out from in front of the camera. There you go. Ask him to give a little bit on the inside. So just keep ask, give, ask, release, ask, release, ask, release on the inside. Yes. There you go. There you go. There you go. Good. He's just a little sticky on that hind leg today. He hasn't been quite this sticky in quite a while. All right, long rein. Let him relax. Huff and puff it. Oh, good stretch, buddy. Although that's more of a gravity stretch than a working stretch. But I know, I know.
He says you haul this guy around. For
He's like,
20
you do a
minutes.
gravity stretch.
Yeah, and see if you don't do what gravity does.
Yeah, so with a working stretch, they're just going to have a little bit more connection between the ears and the tail. So it's a little bit more fluid. The gravity stretch, they just drop their neck down like they're grazing. Alright, so do we have any questions about this tonight?
I got no questions because it's all on video.
Oh, well, perfect. Well, if there's anything I need to clarify.
No.
Good.
No,
Yeah, this is-
we haven't done haunches in so long. He was like horrible.
Well,
He's like-
and he's just
like,
a
"What
little
is
bit
that?"
trigger happy today, right?
Yeah.
Where he wants to be reactive. So, buddy, I know what you're doing on Saturday. Unless it rains.
Yeah, he was just a little out of it. I think it's because it's his first time back here in a long time.
Yep, and it's dinner time, and all the
And
horses are coming
cows and
in.
the horses.
He has to work late again.
We could make excuses for him all.
Exactly. There's a million and one excuses. Yeah.
But no, we'll try all that.